Now, problem number third, from the following balance sheet of Messrs. Store with Sunil, Anil and Neil as partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5 to 3 to 2. Their balance sheet on the day of dissolution was as follows. Liabilities, partners, capital, Sunil 38,800, Anil 20,400, Neil 26,000. General Reserve 19,200, Sunil's loan 21,200, Sundry creditors 24,000. Asset side, fixed asset 80,000, current asset 60,000, cash in hands 9,600, and total of the both the side 1,49,600. The realization expenses were estimated at rupees 4,000. Then assets were realized as under first installment rupees 61,280, second installment rupees 28,720, and third installment rupees 20,000. The actual realization expenses were rupees 3,000 only. Prepare a statement showing piecemeal distribution of cash by adopting excess capital method. Now friends, this is also one of the easy problem, simple problem, whatever we have studied in the problem number third, problem number two and problem number one. Same things we have to do again. It means what? We have to prepare statement of excess capital. Then we have to decide as per the rule order of payment, and as per the order of payment we will prepare statement of piecemeal distribution of cash. And we have to find out why we prepare the piecemeal distribution of the cash. So we have to find out how much amount of balance unpaid and which is not paid to the partner, how much amount of loss on realization, and for that purpose we prepare statement of piecemeal distribution of the cash. Why we prepare the statement of the excess capital? To find out the person or partner, one partner who hold final excess capital, one partner who hold final excess capital, that we have to find out, and for that purpose we will prepare statement of excess capital. I hope you understood these things. And now if you see this particular problem, in this particular problem number 5, sorry 4, they are provided three partners. They are provided three partners, and name of the partners are Sunil, Anil and Neil. Now their profit sharing ratio, if you see that the profit sharing ratio 5 to 3 to 2. Then if you see the balance sheet, partners capital is there, general reserve is there, two liabilities are there, partner Sunil's loan and sundry creditors. Here cash in hand is there. So these kinds of information that you have to keep in mind. Then estimated realization expenses, that is a provision. Then installment they received after the sold of the assets, first installment, second installment, third installment. This kinds of information is there. Then actual realization expenses they are providing. They decided 4,000 is the realization expenses, but incurred, actual expenses incurred, that is 3,000. That means excess provision is there. The 1,000 is a excess amount they decided. Excess amount or extra amount, it is deducted. It is deducted. It is not only deducted, it is considered while calculating after considering this third installment. Now, now before starting this, you should keep in mind what kinds of statement we have to prepare. We will prepare a statement of excess capital, then order of payment, and statement of piecemeal distribution of cash. I hope you understood. You have a problem, you have this particular problem in your notebook or in your PDF form, so that you have to keep in mind. Now we will start to prepare statement of excess capital. Yes, problem number 4, we prepare statement of excess capital. Now for that purpose, we have to draw various columns, steps, particulars, partner's name, Sunil, Anil, and Nil. Three partners are there. Their profit sharing ratio 5 is to 3 is to 2. And rupees, these are all rupees columns. Now, first step. What is the first step? Calculation of adjusted capital. Calculation of adjusted capital. That is AC. Now, how we will calculate the capital balance? Capital balance. Now, if you see our liability side, Sunil's capital, that is 38,800. Anil's capital 20,400, and Neil's capital 26,000. These things we have provided. If you see our problem liability side, they are recorded. Now we have to see the liability side. One more item is there, that is a general reserve. General reserve, we have to add it. General reserve, we have to add it to all partners as per their profit sharing ratio. We have to add it to the all partners as per their profit sharing ratio. So these things you have to keep in mind. We did many times. So here general reserve total amount is 19,200 into 5 and divide by total of profit sharing ratio, that is 10. 19,200 into 3 divided by 10. Here 19,200 into 2 divided by 10. So see that how much sales profit general reserve value, it is 9,600. Anil general reserve value 5760, and Nil general reserve value 3,840. After adding general reserve to capital balances, whatever amount come, it is considered as adjusted capital. Now, Swill's adjusted capital 38,800 plus 9,600, the value will be 48,400. 48,400. Anil's 20,400 plus 5,760. Value of adjusted capital 26,160. And Neil's adjusted capital 26,000 plus 3,840. The value will be 29,840. So I hope you understood how we will calculate adjusted capital. After that, next step, what we have to do, we have to calculate unit capital. Calculation unit capital, UC. Now, what will be the formula to calculate unit capital? Unit capital calculation, AC divide by AC divide by profit sharing ratio. AC divided by profit sharing ratio. AC means adjusted capital. Now, Sunil's adjusted capital 48,400 and Sunil's profit sharing ratio 5. Anil's adjusted capital 26,160 divided by 3. His profit sharing ratio is 3. Neil's adjusted capital 29,840 divided by 2. So we will get unit capital. Unit capital of each partner. Unit capital of Sunil rupees 9680, Anil 8720 and Neil 14,920. I hope you understood what is going on. After getting this unit capital, next step is third step, calculation of base capital. Base capital. Now, how we will calculate the base capital? Now, easiest formula, that is lowest unit capital. Lowest unit capital. Now we have a 3 units capital, 9680, 8720 and 14,920. Now which one is the lowest? The lowest will be 8720. So the lowest unit capital will be considered as a base capital. After getting base capital, next step is calculation of proportionate capital, that is PC. Calculation of proportionate capital. How we will calculate proportionate capital? The base capital multiplied by profit sharing ratio. Base capital multiplied by profit sharing ratio. So 8720 into 5, 8720 into 3, 8720 into 2. So you will get the value of proportionate capital. So Sunil's proportionate capital 43,600. Anil's proportionate capital 26,160 and nil's proportionate capital 17,440. I hope you understood how we will get the proportionate capital. After getting proportionate capital, next step, step number 5, that is calculation of excess capital. How we will calculate the excess capital? It's very simple to calculate excess capital. The formula is adjusted capital minus proportionate capital. Now, Sunil's adjusted capital was 48,400 minus his proportionate capital 43,600. Anil's adjusted capital 26,160 and proportionate capital 26,160. Nil's adjusted capital 29,840 minus 17,440. So you will get excess capital. Now if you see that the Sunil's excess capital value rupees 4,800. Anil's excess capital value is nil and Neil's excess capital value 12,400. I hope you understood. You don't have any problem. If you have the problem, you can put in chat box any query, any problem. So we implemented here 5 steps to find out the excess capital. Whenever we implemented the 5 steps to find out the excess capital, now we have to see that two partners holding excess capital, Sunil and Nil, and Anil's become nil. Anil, there is no excess capital, but Sunil has a excess capital 4,800 and Nil also have their excess capital 12,400. Now I will repeat again same rule. Whenever two or more partners holding excess capital, that time we will repeat step number 1 to step number 5 again. These things you have to keep in mind. Now again we have to repeat step number 1 and we have to calculate new adjusted capital. We have to calculate new adjusted capital. Whatever excess capital is there, same amount we will consider as a new adjusted capital for Sunil and Nil, 12,400. I hope you understood this. Now 7. Now we have to find out new unit capital. New oh, new unit capital. What will be the formula? It's very simple. New adjusted capital divided by profit sharing ratio. That basis we will find out. So here new adjusted capital 4,800
divided to 5. Was 8 divided with the 91 4 divided with 5. 960. Yeah.
Now friends, here we have to find out new unit capital. How we will calculate the new unit capital? The new adjusted capital divided by profit sharing ratio. So new adjusted capital 4,800 and Sunil's profit sharing ratio 5. So 4,800 divided by 5. So you will get the new unit capital, that is 960. What about nil? Nil's new unit capital we have to find out 12,400 divided by 2. So value will be 6,200. After getting new unit capital, next step, that is calculation of new base capital. The third step we will repeat again. The base new base capital. So new base capital, how we will calculate? You know that lowest unit capital will be considered as the new base capital. The new lowest new unit capital, lowest unit capital, that is rupees 960. Lowest unit capital is 960 is there. So this 960 rupees will be considered as a new base capital. Then after that we have to find out next step, new proportionate capital. New proportionate capital we have to find out. How we will find out? What will be the formula? The new proportionate capital, if you see the step number 4, base capital into profit sharing ratio. So here new base capital 960 into profit sharing ratio 5, so is equal to 4,800. Here also 960 into 2 is equal to 1920. So we got here new proportionate capital. Now fifth step, if you see that the calculation of the excess capital, AC minus PC, same way, new adjusted capital minus new proportionate capital. New adjusted capital 4,800, new proportionate capital 4,800. It means excess capital nil. Here 12,400 minus 1920, the remaining excess capital 10,480. So we can say that it is a final excess capital. It is a final excess capital. So here Mr. Neil holding 10,480 is the value, and therefore only one partner holding final excess capital. So we will not repeat step number 1 to step number 5. We will stop here and we will put this excess capital as a final excess capital. So I hope you understood this particular problem number 4, how we will calculate the excess capital. Yes, do you have any problem? If you have any problem, you can ask. Is some students have a problem, they cannot attend the lecture because of the network problem. Yes, one of the answer. 29,840 minus 17,440, 12,400 minus 1920. Okay, Renuka, no problem. But is there any problem you can ask? Yes, Rajashree, अनम्यूट करा स्वतःला आणि बोला. राजश्री अनम्यूट करा स्वतःला आणि तुम्हाला काय प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर बोला. Rajashri Gaikwad, any problem is there, you can ask. No problem. Okay, so see that here आपल्याला स्टडी करता आलं पाहिजे, कॅल्क्युलेट करता आलं पाहिजे फायनल एक्सेस कॅपिटल कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं. त्याच्यानंतर आपली स्टेप असणार आहे ऑर्डर ऑफ पेमेंट, आणि ऑर्डर ऑफ पेमेंटच्या बेसिसवरती आपण तयार करणार आहोत स्टेटमेंट शोइंग piecemeal distribution of the cash. See that we have to prepare ourselves and you have to do the practice. Practice is very important. See that पुढच्या आठवड्यापर्यंत हा चॅप्टर संपेल. पुढचं लेक्चर हे लास्ट लेक्चर असेल ह्या चॅप्टरचं. काही लोकांनी मला व्हॉट्सअप काही ग्रुपमध्ये केलंय का आमच्याकडे नेटवर्क नाही. डोंट वरी, आपण यूट्यूब वरती हे लेक्चर्स टाकू तर तुम्हाला ते समजेल. ज्या ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांचं लेक्चर मिस होतं ते येऊ शकत नाहीत बिकॉज ऑफ द इंटरनेट ॲक्सेस, बिकॉज ऑफ द मेनी प्रॉब्लेम्स, त्या विद्यार्थ्यांना आपलं लेक्चर यूट्यूबवरती सबस्क्राईब करता येईल, ऐकता येईल. तर यू कॅन यूज द यूट्यूब आणि तिथे तुम्ही परत परत ते लेक्चर बघू शकता. काही क्वेरी असेल तर तुम्ही व्हॉट्सअपच्या ग्रुपवरती मला शेअर करू शकता. वी विल गिव द रिप्लाय ऑल्सो. वन इंटेन्शन इज देअर, you have to understand the accounting. Accounting is not a simple form of study. These are lectures whatever we are conducting, मला खूप डिफिकल्ट जातं तरी पण आपण ते कंडक्ट करतो आणि ते प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करून दाखवणं इट्स व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. नुसतं वाचून दाखवणं इट्स नॉट अ अकाउंटिंग. अकाउंटिंग इट्स अ प्रॅक्टिकल सब्जेक्ट. आणि पुढच्या लेक्चरला आपण हा प्रॉब्लेम पुढे कंप्लीट करू आणि जनरली we will stop this particular chapter and we will move further next chapter because एक चॅप्टर आपण खूप दिवस चालू शकत नाहीत कारण आपल्याला इतर चॅप्टर सुद्धा कंप्लीट करायचे आहे. आणि तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस करा, सॉल्व करा. अजून पाहिजे असेल तर मी अजून प्रश्न तुम्हाला देईल, ते तुम्ही बघा. बट यू हॅव टू स्टडी रेग्युलरली. तुम्ही रेग्युलरली स्टडी केलं तरच तुम्हाला मॅक्झिमम मार्क्स मिळतील. यू हॅव टू अटेंड रेग्युलर लेक्चर्स. whatever timetable is there, that you have to follow. Our lecture conducted as per the timetable. We will conduct our lecture as per the timetable. As per your convenience, we are delivering the lectures. And whatever lectures you have to attend, on that basis you can easily score good marks. तर हे लक्षात ठेवा. लेक्चर तुमचं रेकॉर्ड केलं जातं. तुम्ही चॅट बॉक्समध्ये काय लिहितात ते सुद्धा रेकॉर्ड होतं. तुम्ही पार्टिसिपेट झालात ते सुद्धा रेकॉर्ड होतं. सगळ्या गोष्टी रेकॉर्ड झाल्या होतात. त्यामुळे कोण कधी काय ओरडलं, कोण काय बोललं ते सुद्धा रेकॉर्ड होतं. त्यामुळे ऑनलाईनमध्ये सगळ्या गोष्टी रेकॉर्ड होतात आणि ते मला समजतं कोण काय करतं. त्याच्यामुळे कोणीही मिचिवियस बिहेवियर करू नका. आपण फक्त स्टडी करण्यासाठी आलोय एवढंच लक्षात ठेवा. आणि प्रत्येक वेळेस प्रिपेअर होऊन या आणि मला प्रश्न विचारायचे प्रयत्न करा. जर तुम्ही प्रश्न विचारलं तरच मला समजेल अरे तुम्ही स्टडी करताय. तुम्ही प्रश्नच विचारत नाहीत, नुसते बसलेत, तर तुमची स्टडी चांगली नाहीये. यू हॅव टू आस्क सम क्वेश्चन्स जे तुमच्या माइंडमध्ये येत आहेत. तर इट इज गुड फॉर युअर स्टडी. Okay, these things you have to keep in mind. Those who are not attained, I will give the same these lectures in our YouTube also, and that particular lectures you can easily attain. Okay, so next part of this particular problem we will solve next lecture, but at least you should try. तुम्ही उत्तर जरा ट्राय करा. अरे ऑर्डर ऑफ पेमेंट कशी असू शकते, अरे स्टेटमेंट ऑफ पेसमेंट डिस्ट्रीब्युशन कसं तयार करायचं, दॅट यू शुड ट्राय. अदरवाईज व्हॉट हॅपन, मी फक्त सॉल्व्ह करून देतोय, तुम्ही लिहून घेतायत आणि डोक्यात काहीच नाही. तर असं झालं नाही पाहिजे. आपली स्टडी तुम्हाला समजलं पाहिजे. मी किती सॉल्व्ह करून दिले प्रॉब्लेम्स, पण तुम्हाला कळतात का नाही ते मला ऑनलाईनद्वारे कळत नाही. कारण आय एम नॉट checking your notebooks. I'm not asking whether you study or not, but it is one of the platform we will meet and we will interact in proper manner. But there are certain limitations. I cannot check each and every student's notebook. I cannot interact each and every students. प्रत्येक स्टुडंटला मला बोलता येत नाही, प्रत्येक स्टुडंटची नोटबुक चेक करता येत नाही, प्रत्येक स्टुडंटने अभ्यास केलाय का नाही ते समजत नाही, प्रत्येक स्टुडंट नोटबुक घेऊन बसलाय का नाही का नुसतं ऑन करून ठेवलंय. तर दिस काइंड्स ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन आय कांट गेट. बट तुम्ही जर मला फसवत असाल तर तुम्ही स्वतःलाच फसवताय. तुम्ही फक्त अटेंड करतायत, तर दिस इज नॉट अ गुड. You have to attend with your study purpose. These things you have to keep in mind. So our lecture is over.